Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Renita J. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you enjoy recaps, reviews, staying up to date on the latest news, what's happening in culture, from politics to movies to just the things that's happening in the world. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and we just need to stay informed and we need to be in the know. And so, if you want to be in the know, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to have fun down here as well as make sure we're talking about everything and anything. With that being said, today I want to go ahead and talk about the Belle Collective season 7 trailer that was released. So the new season starts next Friday on February 13th, 8 p.m. This is not a promotion. OWN did not pay me, but funny enough, that messy show down there in Jackson, Mississippi is premiering before Valentine's Day. And it's so funny that it's premiering before Valentine's Day because it ain't nothing but heartbreak and chaos from what I've seen in that trailer. So we're going to jump into that and get into that. Before we do, I just want to start with a couple things on Belle Collective. So last season, we ended where Letitia and Latrice wasn't on the same page. Marie and Cedric were, starting this new relationship. She left the German man she was with. Mike and Selena were planning their wedding, even though Mike wasn't really stepping up in the way that Selena needed him to. You had Tamara and Damon, which for the last 3 seasons, I can't tell if this is a real relationship, fake relationship, or what it is. So I'll just leave that there. And who am I missing? Oh, and of course, Latrice and Cliff, and her worried about Cliff cheating and him staying in the apartment above the restaurant, all of that mess. So that is kind of where we left off the season. Letitia and Glenn had that little fake wedding or whatever that was down there by the pond. And we leave them in a situation where they don't know how to move forward because it came out that Glenn was hooking up or was trying to hook up with Amanda, which is Latrice's best friend. So fast forward, we see the trailer. The trailer kicks off with Selena, who I must say has some of the best confessional looks. I love Selena's confessional looks. She is so pretty. The whole cast is beautiful, beautiful women. Love that we get to see Jackson, Mississippi, something that we don't always get to see, a city that we don't always get to see on reality TV. A lot of these shows are usually the Miamis, the Atlantas, the New Yorks, the LAs. We're not always getting to see the smaller towns in America, right? And so I love that we get to see a small town, especially with Black women, successful Black women, and you know, just love that. So I want to give the girls a shout out for that. So we see Letitia wants to be celibate. The trailer opens with Letitia wanting to be celibate. I am ready for a new storyline. I feel like Letitia and Glenn, this storyline of them breaking up, making up, Glenn potentially cheating. I feel like Glenn been potentially cheating every season since I've been watching the show. I'm over it. I'm bored with it. I want to see something new. I don't really care. I'm not that invested in this anymore. I don't really see what women are getting empowered and who the hell you could be empowering when you can't even empower yourself to leave this man. So I'm just not really buying it. But Letitia, you look great. How about that? Wish you well. I would hope that she would move on by now and just either, if you're going to stay with Glenn in all his cheating ways or whatever he might be cheating allegedly, we're going to put the allegedly badge down there like the girls be saying allegedly, then that's fine with me. But this storyline of them just continuing to play on and on and on into this, it is just exhausting. So we see the trailer shows that. Then we flash to Letitia and Latrice friendship, where Cliff is telling Latrice in the restaurant, hey, you and Letitia need to talk. I am not as invested into that friendship. I feel like the friendship is over. It seems to be broken. Latrice doesn't seem like she has any desire to want to be friends with Letitia anymore. I don't think she really cares based on some of her behavior last season and how the episode was ending. And honestly, I feel like what I would have liked to see, and I don't know if that we're gonna get that in season 7. I want to see Latrice with her own group of friends. Either let Amanda stay on the show, let another woman come on the show. Latrice needs an ally. I want to see Latrice with an ally, somebody new, somebody's not the lady. I don't want to see her fighting with Marie. I don't really care to see her fighting with Letitia. I want to see something different there. I want to see Latrice with her own friend, outside of just Selena and Tambra. We also see a clip about Marie talking about Cedric. Can we just have a conversation? Why did Marie leave that white man for Cedric? Cedric is already given a lot of things. I'm gonna let y'all respond in the comments on what you think that is, because I think we might all be thinking it, but go ahead and drop that in the comments. Cedric is given a lot of things. Cedric is given whack. Cedric was not given that he was that head over heels for Marie, talking about he want to lead, and Marie having to tell him, well, then lead, then damn it. So I'm not really a big fan of Cedric. Now, Cedric is funny. He is a kiki to watch on the show. But as far as him and Marie being together, I just did not understand why the hell she left that man for Cedric. Then she talking about he might be cheating on her. Marie, what the hell? What the hell? I know damn well you do not have Cedric out here cheating on you. This is a mess. So that is going to unfold. I'm sure that's going to be Marie's storyline for this season. And we're going to get to see how that plays out. The fact that I'm seeing in the trailer Marie and Cedric potentially cheating on her and running his own double life on her, already a mess. Part of me also is curious, is this a storyline that Marie is using to stay on the show? Because it's like Cedric's been on, their relationship has been on and off again, and we continue to see that. So, question mark, we'll get to explore more of that. Y'all definitely tell me y'all thoughts in the comments below on what you think about Marie and Cedric's relationship, and do you think it's just for the show? Then we get to Selena, y'all, and Selena might have a step baby. Well, not step, because I guess she's not married to Mike yet, but there are rumors being spread. It sounded like Marie's voice when she said that, but I don't want to go that far because I didn't see who said it, but it sounded like Marie. And the ladies are basically saying Mike might have a baby on Selena. So I don't really like Mike, if I'm being honest. I think Selena could do better. I just wasn't feeling him last season, and like his lackadaisiness and his just like lack of understanding. And Selena, you just look too damn good to be sitting up there begging no man for all that mess. So I don't know. I hope it's not true. I don't know if this is a rumor. Again, this is reality TV. We don't know what the girls will do for a storyline. I don't know if that's the case, but okay. So moving on, then we see Carrie, who was crying, y'all, on the couch for her husband. It looks like Carrie is going to go through it this season. It seems like we're going to see more about her business. Basically, her business seems to be having issues. Maybe she potentially might have to sell one of her locations. I know right now with the economy, things are not doing well. Tariffs got things high, prices, supplies. So it could be that Carrie may have to sell one of her businesses just due to how things are happening right now in hard times. Maybe one of her locations isn't doing that well. I'm curious to see how that unfolds and the storyline there between her and her husband, because they do run the businesses together. Lastly, the last two things, Tambra. I'm glad I saved Tambra for the end. I feel like when I watch Belle Collective, I don't get a lot of storyline from Tambra. I feel like Damon, excuse me, not Desmond. Yikes. Um, Damon and Tambra, their relationship, it gives fake sometimes. And I know she has a kid with Damon, but Tambra just does not give anything to Belle Collective to me. She don't really chime in. She barely be looking like she want to film with the ladies. I don't feel like I've ever gotten a real authentic storyline from her since that whole scandal of Marie and Letitia trying to expose her with one of their friends, which was wrong, which is why I also don't feel that bad for Letitia right now when it comes to Latrice. But we see Tambra in a sad situation. Her dad is having some health issues, potentially a stroke. So that's really sad. Definitely going to keep her in my prayers for that. And hope that her dad's okay. Hopefully, we don't see any fatal news on the show, but I hope that we get to see just a little bit more of Tambra's life, even if it is her down at the radio station, popping her shit on the radio station during the 4 p.m. or whatever time slot she has. I would just want to see more of Tambra. And then lastly, we have Latrice and Letitia about to bump, 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 honey. I said, "This is a mess, not fighting in the parking lot." So it kind of wraps there. I am curious to see. I hope Latrice and Letitia are not going to blows. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that serious. For a while now, I don't think that they have really been friends. So I'm not really sure why they would need to fist fight, especially not over Glenn. Part of me watching last season, I do believe some of what Latrice was saying about the word around town being Glenn is out and about. He talks to other women. Glenn just gives that. We keep hearing that storyline. So I don't know why I'm inclined to kind of believe there's something there. We have not fully seen it on our TV screens, but I'm inclined to think that there's something there. So, with that said, that kind of wraps up my thoughts on just what's to come for this season. I am looking forward to the season. It does seem like it's going to be a lot of mess, some drama, hopefully some funny moments though. I do like watching Belle Collective because I do be cracking up. Marie be having me laughing, Letitia, all the girls. So I'm hoping that we're in for a fun-filled, drama-packed season. You let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What are you thinking? What are you looking forward to? Who's your favorite cast member? Let me know if you have one, if there's any storylines you're interested in. And I will catch you in the next video. So, again, if you like this video, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate you listening. This is my first YouTube video. So, if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this with somebody else who may be interested. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.